Hey there guys, how's it going, and welcome to my top 5 all-time Call of Duty shotguns. Now of course with every top 5 it's quite difficult to narrow these guns down to just 5, and of course I want to know what your top 5 shotguns are, so make sure to leave a comment down in the description with your top 5 and also any shotguns that I maybe overlooked that you would have had in your countdown. So anyway, let's start off as always with a few honourable mentions that didn't quite make it. The first honourable mention goes to the Model 18 Akimbos from Modern Warfare 2, and to be honest, if these things had never been patched, this probably would have been number 1. However, I'm not sure if I would have even put it in then, because I did feel like this was a little bit cheap, a little bit broken. Those of you who play Modern Warfare 2 from the early days will know that Akimbo Model 18s had ridiculous range and ridiculous damage, and you could just mow down whole rooms worth of people. So even after they patched, they weren't that bad, but they weren't the absolute monster that they were beforehand. So because of that, I feel like they're worth a mention in this top 5, so they're in here as an honourable mention. Next honourable mention goes to the USAS-12 from Modern Warfare 3. To be honest, I could have put pretty much all of the shotguns in as honourable mentions, but this one is one that I just really enjoyed and really surprised me. I was actually quite useful with this. At first I thought it was terrible, took me a little while, and as you'll see from some of the clips I've got going in the background, I actually managed to do some serious work with this thing, and I've got a little bit of a soft spot for it. I think it looks really good in the gold camo as well, which I got it gold camo for, so I'm just sneaking this one as an honourable mention, the USAS-12 from Modern Warfare 3. So starting us off at number 5, we have a gun from Black Ops 2, the M1216 Shotgun. Now first of all, I was going to put this in as just an honourable mention because I thought, you know, it isn't one of the strongest really. But I did actually remember back to saying this was one of the top 5 underrated guns in Black Ops 2. I remember I really enjoyed getting it gold back in the day, even when I thought it was terrible at first, and I just think this thing's a beast. And then when I went to get my footage, I started playing some Black Ops 2, and I was just making an absolute mess of the opposition, playing with this weapon, playing free for all, making sure you've got a headset on so you can hear where people are coming from, and you'll just make a complete mess of people. Extremely deadly. The 4 bursts I found was really good, had a decent capacity kind of magazine as well, so you can get a lot of shots off before you need to reload, and I definitely think it's worth a place in the top 5. For me personally anyway, number 5 goes to the M12 from Black Ops 2. At number 4, I've decided to go for a little bit of nostalgia with the Cod4 M1014, although I definitely think it's worth mentioning the Modern Warfare 2 version as well, as that was really good, although that game, Modern Warfare 2, was filled with quite good shotguns, so it's kind of hard to put it on a level with some of the others. But from Cod4, this was the shotgun I preferred the most. The W1200 was good and it had good one-hit capabilities, but it was quite slow to shoot. With this gun, you could fire off 2 shots really quickly, and it meant it was really deadly, and if you just kind of missed that first shot, you didn't get enough of your pellets on target in that first shot, you could always finish them off with a quick second shot and just spam the crap out of people with it. So I found it lots of fun to use. It was pretty deadly in both of these games, though not one of the top ones, which is why it isn't in my top 3, but definitely worth a mention. Very nostalgic from COD 4 and very good in Modern Warfare 2 as well. At number 3, I've gone for a shotgun which a lot of people say to me is probably the most powerful shotgun they've ever used, and it's a big fan favourite with a lot of people. It's the Remington 870 MCS from Black Ops 2. This is actually probably one of the best all-round shotguns out of any shotgun that has been in Call of Duty history, but for me, I just found like it wasn't maybe the top one. You'll probably see from my choices why I've gone for those, but it was extremely strong, very deadly, good range as well as on this shotgun, as well as it had a decent magazine size, it had a decent fire rate, not incredibly slow, but they're not incredibly fast, but it makes up for that with the power. Normally some of the guns like the AA-12 had the faster kind of fire rate, but they weren't as powerful. This thing is just probably the best all-round shotgun that's ever been in Call of Duty, and an absolute beast online. I know a lot of people enjoyed using this one. I had a lot of fun getting it gold camo, so I'm going to slip this one in at number 3, the R870 from Black Ops 2. Read about your life in your local paper. At number 2 is a shotgun, which when I first really figured out how to use this thing, I thought this must be a bug. This thing must be broken, this can't be legit. The KSG was so incredible from Black Ops 2. Now this was the first shotgun in Call of Duty history to ever fire a slug round instead of going for the pellet spread. Now what this meant is that you had to be very accurate with it, so you had to aim down sight, you get terrible accuracy, but it was basically like using a short range sniper that had a ton of shots before you need to reload. You could be extremely mobile with. Don't forget, it's kind of like a sniper, but you've got the shotgun mobility, so you're really fast, you're very good at kind of quickly aiming down sight and all that kind of stuff. And I just got some ridiculous gameplays while using this thing. I loved getting it gold camo. You can pick people off from about 50 meters away. It really is ridiculous. You could even put extended range on this thing, not that you'd really need it. I used to love using it with a red dot to try and help me make sure that my aim was on point, and also going for stock as well, so I could aim down sight when going into all kinds of areas, making sure that I was ready to get that shot away as soon as I saw the opposition. So the number 2 for me is going to be the KSG from Black Ops 2. At number 1, you've probably been able to guess because it's not been in the previous ones that I've listed, and it is absolutely incredible, is the SPAS 12 from Modern Warfare 2. This thing, I mean, there's no other word other than monster to describe this thing. Such huge damage. It had an incredible amount of range. I do believe it got nerfed a little bit, but not that much actually. And the funny thing is that Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 2 are in this countdown a lot, but in Modern Warfare 2 you had quite a few strong shotguns, and not only were they strong, they were secondaries. So you could have a UMP and a SPAS 12, so you could combine this with another primary, so it was almost like having overkill in that game, the fact that you could have these shotgun secondaries. And the SPAS 12 was just ridiculous. It was just straight up ridiculous. The Model 18s were kind of on a par before they were patched, but this thing just had a huge magazine size. It was very accurate even when you hip fired it, and just of course extremely powerful. You would get a ton of one hit kills with this thing, so it was a beast to use, loads of fun, probably the best overall shotgun that's ever been in Call of Duty. So number 1 was the SPAS 12 from Modern Warfare 2. So that's my top 5 countdown and a few honourable mentions. I know there's some great shotguns that I didn't put in there. Let me know what ones I should have put in there in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree with my top 5 countdown, and even why not go and list your own top 5, and we'll see which one gets the most upvotes so we can get a general idea of what you guys thought was the top 5 best Call of Duty shotguns in the Call of Duty's online history. Don't forget as well, if you want to play some of these games on PC, you can visit my G2A link in the description and get all of the Call of Duties, including Call of Duty Ghosts, really cheap, some of the cheapest prices you're going to be able to get them for. So click that link, have a look at those, may even just make an account over there, maybe buy another time. And that's it for now guys, I'll see you next time.